Lupe, thank you so much for doing this for us today.
Yeah, of course.
I'm really excited to hear your story because we just talked to Jeanette. She's been doing this for 26 years. You know, Chris just started with us recently this year. But your situation, it's a different perspective because you're still so young, but you're so young when you first started, but you've been here for a while now, so you really understand the DKI culture, I feel like. So when did you start with us?
I started working in March of 2023.
And we're so happy to have you on our team. Now, what were you doing before you joined our agency?
I was doing something totally different. I didn't decide to go to college after high school, so I just took a short career and became a phlebotomist. That's the people that poke you at the lab. So that's what I was doing before insurance.
So why did you kind of want to apply here?
Yeah, I just felt stuck because unlike my friends who had gone to college, I was already like 2 years out of high school. So I felt like if I went back, like I had already bills that I had accumulated like with my car and stuff. So I didn't feel like that was the smartest move to go back to school. But I just didn't like how at the laboratory, like I was just making it hourly and that was it. It was very hard to grow. So I was looking for something where I didn't necessarily need a college experience, but had no cap to grow. So I came across your YouTube videos actually a couple months before, but it just took me the courage to like finally quit my job since it was something totally new to me. I had never been in sales. But I like that with insurance, like you're still helping people in a sense with the lab, like, you know, we were working with rehabs. So you got to hear like people's stories and stuff. So I like the people connection still, but with no cap to grow for money-wise.
One of the things about you, you're so nice, you know, one of the greatest teammates, you're so kind, which is one of our core principles. But yeah, that's very smart of you to not go to school, but also look for something that wasn't just an hourly pay situation. I guess these YouTube videos pay off of us making them, so that was great, and because we're really happy that you found us. You know, you talked about the similarities, like helping people, but what are the other differences compared to your other job as what you were doing there?
Well, I felt like that was more like a routine, like, you know, you clocked in, clocked out, kind of was, I mean, you got to talk to different people, but it was kind of the same thing every day, same routine. The weekly, as long as I went to work, was kind of like the same, my money. Whereas now it's like we do talk to different people, but every day is different. Some days are really good sales. Some days is a little like not as much, so you have to kind of build your pipeline more. But there's never a cap on your money as long as you're putting in the work. So whatever you put in is what you get out, which I like.
Yeah, yeah. You feel, hopefully that's what I want people to feel, is they have control over their income.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Like if you want to make more, you can. You know, and I'm really glad that you brought that up because that's really what I'm trying to design, and you've done a great job of having some great months. You know, great sales. What do you like most about working at Kitajima Insurance?
I love the culture, and I love that you're, like, in my case, I love the connection with people. So I'm still helping people, but I love that there's, like, no cap. Nobody's putting, like, a restraint on you. You can grow as much as you give. So, like, you know, you're giving me the opportunity to get my commercial license and, like, work with homes, like, maybe if we do other states. So there's always something to learn. There's never, like, a restraint on you.
Yeah, and that's something I've really noticed about you, Lupe, is that every time we have a new incentive or new project or something like that, the AI or like different carriers and things like that, when we get, you're always the first one to like want to learn about it. You know?
Yeah, I like learning. Keeps things interesting.
And you're super adaptable, which is so important in business. And that's really good that you're always seeking for more new information. You want to continue to learn, and that's a great sign that you're going to continue to grow.
I just feel like the world's changing so much, so you have to kind of like keep learning.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier when you're young, so take advantage, right? How has your career or life grown or changed since joining?
Very drastically. I feel like this is my first like big girl job. It's where I see myself being for like my whole life. So I'm really grateful I was given the opportunity coming from like no experience, being 20 years old. Like you really took your chance on me. So I'm really grateful, and now I feel like You know, I have potential for big goals, like starting my family, buying a home, getting out of debt. Like, there's no cap to like grow.
One of the reasons I feel like, you know, you're gonna do great, even though we talked about a little bit that you're young and stuff like that, you still have gone through some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, with the back surgery, but that experience really helped you who you are now, which is like a stronger person.
Yeah, even with that, like I remember I started with my back problems like a couple months into working here, and I felt really bad that, you know, I had to be like, my availability wasn't so great. So in a way, it kind of made me more grateful to that you still gave me the opportunity to get my license during those months that I was out. So I kind of felt like this is it for me. So I felt motivated to, like, once I get better, like, no brakes, all gas. Like, just keep the momentum going, because I had to pause for a couple months and I felt like really stuck. So once my health was better, like, I felt like grateful and never to take any day for granted, because you never know when the circumstances might change.
What a great perspective to be more grateful, you know, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you're like, hey, when I'm back, I'm going to be grateful for the opportunity that I have. And yeah, that's just kind of how I like to think, and that's looks like how you like to think too, is I like to really think long term. You know, yeah, like, you know, it sucks right then, but I'm not like, oh my God, like I need Lupe to come back as soon as possible and sell as fast as possible. Well, it's like we have a long life ahead of us. Like, let's just make sure you're okay, you know, and make sure getting licensed is something that you were able to take care of during that time, which is amazing, you know, because you were going through so much. But I'm really proud of the way you came back and you really showed your commitment, and I think that whole experience makes you stronger. And now we have a bright future, like you said, like your family's growing. So can't be more excited about than that.
Yes,
you know.
super excited.
Another question I have here is, how would you describe the culture here?
I love it. At first, since, you know, I came from like a small laboratory, we were all really close and it felt like a second family. And going into sales, like, I was kind of nervous on that because I thought it would be very hostile. It's sales, so it's very competitive, and I'm not naturally competitive. But I feel like here it's very different because we all kind of want the best for the agency, so we all want the best for each other. We always push each other. So that I love, because it feels like a second family that, like, just wants the best for me. So I feel like that motivates me. And since I'm not really like competitive to like be better than the other person, it's more like, oh, this person has expectations for me. So that motivates me.
Well, like, everybody wants you to do well. That's what motivates you.
Yeah, it's like we're all a team here. It's not like individual. It doesn't feel like an individual competition. It feels more like we're trying to be better for the whole agency.
Yeah. And I could tell you made some lifelong friends here.
Yeah. Yes.
You get along with so many of us.
Yes.
You know, and you have a really good connection with people, and I could really tell that, you know, you guys look out for each other.
Yeah. It feels like a family.
Awesome. Would you recommend someone to join Kitajima Insurance, and why?
Yes, definitely. Especially if you're looking, if you're like in that same situation where you kind of feel stuck, or you feel like you want a new career. Like, with insurance, as long as you're willing to put in the work, it's a very easy thing to learn and grow from.
Is that something that you thought was going to be harder, or how did you think about it when you first started without any experience?
Yeah, I definitely was nervous because I had no sales background, no college, so I expected that I would have to have a little bit more that education on my plate, but I just came in with a very open mind, like ready to learn. So as long as you have that, then this field would be really good.
Yeah.
Well, precisely this office, because, you know, you take chances on people. So that's something that is very good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great experience for you to share. You know, sometimes people get intimidated, you know, and they don't pull the trigger applying, or they're afraid, if I do get it, how would I do?
Yeah.
You know, but if you're a caring person, you like helping people, and like you said, it's not the hardest thing. You know, you could learn it, have confidence in your learning ability. It's a much better thing to study because it actually helps you make money than stuff you'll learn in college anyways. You're gonna, if you're still gonna study something, might as well study something that helps you financially. And I think the biggest thing is, like, yeah, if you're a caring person, you like helping people, because we say, hey, we want to help you save money, and we try to do that. You know, and if they want more coverage, they have questions, we're just really there to help people.
Yeah.
And I think that's the great part of the business and why people like you do well in this business.
Yeah, I love it because we're very tailored to like the Spanish speakers. Not everybody has a license. So we really take the time to like teach them about insurance, because a lot of people don't really know exactly what are covered. So sometimes they have expectations, and then when that's not met during a claim or something, they have bad experiences. So I like that with us. We're very caring on the client as well. So it changes their experience with insurance as well.
Yeah, and that's what helps us retain them too for the long run. But yeah, you get a lot of 5-star reviews, you know, and I always see patience, paciencia,
Paciencia.
yeah, amable.
Yeah.
So that's just really the way to describe you. So we really care about our customers. We want them to feel comfortable to asking us questions, be there for them when they call us, and you're just a great representation for agency when it comes to taking care of our customers and really caring about them.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like that pays off itself, because I feel like if you have the care for it, then everything else will come eventually.
Like referrals, things like that.
Sales.
What type of people do you think will do great here?
Yeah, as long as you're want to learn, if you're kind, patient, good team worker, then yeah, I think people would thrive here.
Yeah? Someone like you?
Yeah.
All right, Lupe, thank you so much for doing this
course.
today. It's great to hear your story, and very excited about your future. Keep working hard for your family, and I think there's such an advantage there, you know. I think it was really smart, because sometimes people finish school and then they're like, okay, now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know, where you actually got a head start, and you're already, you know, 3 years into your career now, and already know so much about the business. And I think it's just that head start is going to set you up for the rest of your career. So you have such a bright future in this business.
So thank you for giving me the chance. And, you know, not a lot of people would have taken a chance on a 20-year-old with no experience whatsoever before. So thank you.
Well, yeah, I'm so glad I did. But you're the one who's proving me right that I made the right decision.
Oh, thank you, Dan. I'm Lupe. I'm a sales agent here at Kitajima Insurance, and let's go.